Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Cornmoon Tarot. You can call me Moon. So, before we get into today's collective reading, I'm going to give a shout out to today's sponsor, which is Otter Spirit. So, Otter Spirit is a company that sells crystals, and in my last video that you would have seen, it actually donates. Here, this is what I got from them. I got the Virgo collection. Very beautiful, and it comes in these types of boxes, and it says, "Thank you for your donation. $1 per product has been donated to protect wild sea otters in collaboration with ocean wildlife organizations in Monterey Bay, California." So I love that about this company, is about how otters were about to go extinct, but they have been preserved and saved from the efforts of all these organizations that they are a part of to help. So yeah, that is the sole purpose. I feel they are called Otter Spirit, but these three bracelets came separately in each box, and oh my gosh, the color on these are beautiful. And here we go. Here how it comes. It says each gemstone tells a unique story. Now it's time to write yours. Here's purple fluorite, how it tells each one. Very beautiful. And then here's this one, green jade. Everything I touch turns to gold. Also, you can definitely claim these messages from each crystal as well, because I feel like sharing this with you, I'm also giving the energy that these bracelets give to me. That's kind of like my intention with every reading as well, is the crystals that I set out, the crystals that I show you guys or have in the reading, is giving energy back to you and in this reading while I channel. So, and then this is the last one. It is Peridot. I am renewed and revitalized. So beautiful. And then it also has a care guide at the very bottom. It says clean gently using damp soft cloth, avoid prolonged exposure to sunlight and water. And so it is Cyber Weekend, so it's Cyber Week, so you can go ahead and use the codes at the bottom of my description, and also use the link to go directly to their site. You will get, for Corn 30, you will get 30% off orders over $99, and it goes a long way. So yeah, see how it says every month there's new collections. It's super cool. And yeah, go ahead and go to the description and the link in my bio, and so you can support us on this growing channel and support Otter Spirit, because why not? It also comes in this little holding thing, so you can hold your bracelets if you want to. There's so many selections to choose from, and I am just honored that they reached out to me. They are an amazing company that has the best intentions. So yeah, I hope that you'll give it a look-see. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching, and let's get back into the collective reading. Okay guys, so I felt called to give a reading today that has to do with drawing. I actually got inspiration from the channel Untitled Tarot. She is adorable, and her readings are very beautiful and divinely timed, I feel. So I feel called to do that within myself. So we're just going to start channeling to see what I see when it comes to the collective and what they should know. When I first started out this reading, before I start, I said, "Spirit, lead me." And then I got called to sing the song Oceans, and I felt it. And the song Oceans by Hillsong United, I am not by any means Christian, but I do love the message of that song, especially how maybe if one of you feels called to be a leader of some sorts, feels called to lead other people. And I'm actually feeling called to draw like a little caterpillar. So yeah, some of you guys are really going through some sort of transformation, some sort of really hard awakening within yourself, and being led to some sort of path along the way. And it feels like this road getting tinier. So there's something about, maybe it feels like there's one narrow road for you to follow. But sometimes when something feels kind of narrow and feels kind of unsure, we get kind of claustrophobic, or we feel pressured to confide or to be in one way. But it seems like there's something here about changing your perspective on this narrow road that you're being guided on. Instead of looking at a road as a road, look at it as water. And as you keep going, the water gets bigger and it's expanding. It looks kind of small from far away, but maybe it seems like the future seems dim, or the future seems kind of unsure, but they're telling you to focus right now on the big pond that is in front of you. And I know that caterpillars can't really swim in ponds, but like, this is a metaphor, so follow me. Yeah, as you continue to focus on the tools in front of you, continue to focus on the things that you can pull from. the things that you can really grasp at right now, because there's so many avenues that you can go down and venture towards. There's so many things that can help you with whatever it is that you need help with, that it's like time to really be thankful and be grateful. I'm also seeing there's things deeper at the bottom of the river, the bottom of whatever is guiding you towards your path. And it's almost like, look down, like look at the little treasures that you have that you can collect. Take your time. I'm also getting an image of when you're playing a video game. You go into a room and it's kind of like you want to keep going. You want to keep going in the game. But they're saying, hey, check to see in that box if you need something from that box. If you need a health kit, take time to rest. If you find treasure in one box, it's like, oh, there's something there that I can use in the future. There's something here about taking your time and to really enjoy and live in the timeline of right now instead of focusing on what you need to do to get to the future of what you want, because I feel like that's going to send you into some sort of spiral or some sort of panic. And I'm also feeling called to draw butterflies leading you to what you want to go down. It's kind of like your spiritual team are those butterflies that are leading you to that ending road. And they can wait for you, they can sit on a flower. They could sit on a tree, they don't have to keep going. There's almost something like you will find the butterflies as you keep going. You don't have to follow a specific butterfly. There's a lot of metaphors within this. And it's almost like saying you are not too far behind. You are not too far ahead. You are exactly where you're meant to. They will be ready for you when you are ready. You don't need to keep pushing. You don't need to keep going. What is meant for you will find you. And that is good enough. And that it should be enough for you. Know the things that you find along the way will be important to who you are and your story later on down the line. So like I said, if you focus on later on down the line, then you'll be like, I can't see anything. It's too tiny. And it's tiny for a reason, because you haven't gotten there yet. So yeah, there's something here about oceans. If you guys want to look at that song, let me walk along the water and guide me, lead me. So yeah, there's something here about surrendering. I heard giving up on hope. What is giving up on hope, Spirit? Giving up on the idea of thinking things will never change. Things will never grow. Yeah. Like a tornado. A tornado is something that takes everything, takes your power, and if you allow it to take your power or allow it to take your energy, then, like, especially with people around you, because if a storm comes with a person around you, then they're telling you to take care of yourself. What do people do when there's tornadoes that happen? They go in their camper, they go in something that will protect them. You have the tools to protect yourself. You may think you don't. You may think other people have that. I don't have tornadoes. I don't have to worry about that. But there's something here about making sure that you have things that can help you. So when emotions come up, when turmoil arises, there's something here about making sure that you have those things that will ground you, that will keep you safe, that will make you feel safe. Whatever, like I said earlier, whatever is not meant for you will leave your life. And if those things are taken up, I'm not saying about actual tornadoes, if things are taken up, then those things aren't yours to begin with. Those things that are leaving, those things that you try so hard to clash with, you try so hard to be a part of, it's not for you. Dig deeper into who you are. Dig deeper as to why you are here. What else, Spirit? I heard don't look down. Maybe look up instead. Look up at the world of possibilities in front of you. But also watch your step. There's something here about watching where you step and watching where you go. Maybe some of you guys are clumsy. Maybe some of you guys can easily trip over your words. And they're saying to take your time. If anybody is rushing you, then make sure to know that they shouldn't be rushing you. That is a sign to call back your energy. There's something here about Christmas trees. So maybe a lot of you are putting up your Christmas trees, obviously, but a lot of people are intentional with what they add to it. Their stories, their memories. Maybe there's a fear of getting everything perfect or how you should be getting things done. But honestly, the thing that is most important is you, your values, and your root. So what you need to put up a Christmas tree is the things that hold it down. Whatever it's called, I'm sorry. And as long as you feel like you are grounded in that, you are safe to plant it, then you know yourself. You don't have to follow what other people do. You don't have to follow what you feel like is right, because as long as you follow who you are, then that will be able to help you through things that you truly feel stuck on. You truly feel like, I do think that there's this weight that may be dragging you down. What is this weight, Spirit? Like punctured holes, I would say. Like I'm getting this image of wood and then a dam, kind of like the scene from Tangled, and allowing those emotions to come out, because it's going to break eventually. So allowing it to pour out, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to feel, to go through the waves, to go through the motions. Because when they got to the end, there was something that could help them. It was her hair that swung on, and they eventually came to the river. Yeah, they eventually got washed out and they were alive, And there's something here about her being, her powers, the glow in her hair, and he's just like, what the F? Like something weird about her was shown, and she kind of got embarrassed because she was made to feel like weird or different, or like the world was going to use her for her hair or use her for her powers, and she was kind of scared, and he found it weird, but he also accepted that for her, and that allowed her heart to expand and for her to know that she can be accepted for who she is. She doesn't have to hide herself. Because if you take that risk in showing who you are to people, then you will find those people that cherish and love you. So actually, don't be afraid to open up as to who you are. I'm seeing stars too. Don't be afraid to open up and shine bright, because you are a star. And I'm kind of getting the energy of when she finally shows herself and Mother Gothel comes out into the woods and is like looking for this. She has the crown in her hands and she's like, you thought you could hide it? That's what he's for, is the crown. That's all he wants. And she's like, the daughter's like, but he really likes me. Rapunzel's like, he really likes me. She's like, no. He's only here for one thing, and you'll find out sooner or later. She's like throwing her to the wolves, basically. And Rapunzel's left feeling unsure and scared and kind of rubbed the wrong way. So maybe you will have someone in your life that kind of plants doubts into you, but rest assured you'll be loved and cherished by that person. I don't know if some of you guys there's someone in your life maybe that makes you feel loved, and there's someone and makes you feel doubtful and makes you feel unsure of your choices. But the thing is, the fact that you are so sure of what makes you happy is something that you should follow and cling on to, instead of clinging on to the doubts of others, because they'll just hinder you. They'll just hold you back. And there's almost something here about following your childlike nature, following who makes you feel happy and what makes you feel happy, instead of feeling like you can't be somebody. Yeah, fear-mongering is a huge thing. Fear-mongering. Maybe you'll find fear, and that fear will lead you into discovering that you shouldn't be fearful. Maybe you'll try to swim against the current and try to go back, but there's only going forward from here, and also I heard there's only going up. So it's almost like there's no point of going back to the past. There's something here about the past having to do with fear. And maybe if you continue to go on and trust and risk going forward instead of going back, then you're going to find new awakenings. You're going to find a heart expansion. 33 is very significant. 33 for you. 333. Yeah. Maybe take that step, take that risk, take that breath of fresh air, because that air is going to feel good if you just let it go. If you just let your perception of how things are going to be control you, then you're not going to be able to see what healing awaits you. I also heard this one thing. I always thought the sky is the limit, but honestly, your limit is your imagination. And your imagination could either hold you back or can drive you forward. Yeah. So there's something here about surrendering to this person that you're wanting to love, surrendering to letting go of the fear that people are trying to plant inside of you. 1, 2, 3 is also significant for you. 1, 2, 3. Go forward. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't even mean to write 4. Yeah, keep going. There's a progression in your timeline that is really lifting you up and allowing you to get out of those muggy waters that you feel like you're trapped in. Tornadoes, feeling like the need to be perfect, perfectionism. When I channel, I can't freaking shenism. This tree symbolizes what you were trying to be. But things happen, life overflows, and you're being pushed to continue on. There's something about the stars here, though. The stars that are wanting you to look up, wanting you to see this is who you are. You are a star being. You are someone who is very special, who is different for a reason, who has these gifts, who has these talents that are meant to be told and is meant to be heard. So if you accept those instead of fighting that, then you'll be able to learn more about yourself, learn more about your history and who you are, instead of trying to diminish that and thinking in a fear-based mindset. Because that could be a blockage for you potentially. Maybe even discovering what those fears mean to you and where it came from in the first place. If it comes from perfectionism, if it comes from wanting to be a people pleaser, wanting to have other people like you or accept you, then that's something to dig into. There's change happening for a reason, and you need to just say yes. Yes, and go with the flow of life. If someone hands you something, then say, what can I do with this? How can I alchemize this feeling? How can I alchemize this behavior that I've known for so long, that I'm so used to? I'm seeing a person with their eyes shut very tightly, and they're telling you to release, to open, to fly, to have that sprinkle of pixie dust and not be afraid to fly. Think happy thoughts. Practice gratitude. And it's okay whatever stage you are on. It's okay whatever type of stage that you think that you ought to be on. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. This is a timeless reading. So when it finds you, this is where you're supposed to be right now. There's love here. There's, let's see, Love. I heard everlasting love. I heard longing, maybe longing for something that you wish you had. Over. Yeah. Coming to terms with things, chapters in your life that is over. Voluntary. Eclipse. So maybe eclipse season may be significant. But overall, it seems to me like you may be going through a certain chapter that is closing, especially if you are seeing nothing. You're not meant to look at the sun. You're not meant to look at the eclipse. You're not meant to look at something that you're told not to look at. So look at what's in front of you. I feel like this is not making sense, but if something feels weird, if something feels not natural or scary, maybe even gives you kind of anxious thoughts, then there's something here about going back to love. Going back to longing for the life that you want to have. Oh, there's something here about redefining your ideas of love. What does voluntary mean? Okay, so I just looked it up, but it's acting out of one's own free will. So they want you to look at love as something that is what you want to do. It might be scary, it might be different, but Really open yourself up as to saying, I choose to do this. I want to do this. You know, it shouldn't be something that is forced. Maybe your idea of love was something that's like, you have to be perfect. You have to give. You have to make sure that everyone's okay, even when the cracks are spilling. But there's something here about protecting yourself, and that is love. Instead of perfectionism, it's protecting yourself. Instead of looking in the past, it's like saying, look at what's over and look at how far you've come. It's over now. You are safe. Something's cooking in the oven for you when it comes to love. When it comes to either a person that you're with right now or a person that you will be. Interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I felt called to read a page from this book, so I'm just going to flip to a random page. 111, very interesting. Oh my God. I had given up on love that could be kind or brave or unselfish. I was mourning a broken soul. I felt empty, helpless. But then I met you, and you changed so many of everyday moments in my life. I could not go a day when I didn't think about the way you smiled or the way your hair curled around your face. How could I explain to anyone that you always smelt like honey, or your voice nodded my stomach, or that it didn't matter where we were, the cinema, the open road, the middle of the lounge room floor. If I was with you, I was home. I had always thought people were meant to bring you undone, and yet here you were putting me back together again. I was searching for myself, and I never meant for you to lose yourself in the process too. 222 when I looked at that. And also when I closed the video, it was 55, so 55 is also significant. It's about partnership here. I think there's someone that wants you to know that you are very perfect for who you are. If you haven't met this person, or if you are going to meet them, there's a love message coming through of saying, keep pouring into yourself. It is beautiful, and it is who you are. You are divinely guided. 111. You are meant to be loved. You are meant to be cherished. Everything about you rocks a person's world. It changes their capacity to think about someone. You expand someone's mind into thinking love is real. Love is honest. Love is kind. And also 111, it's divine. It says, I was mourning a broken soul. So there's something here about longing. I felt empty and helpless. Maybe there's something here about you feeling empty and helpless about love, or pouring into someone else's cup that feels empty and helpless, and actually healing a version of themselves that they never thought they had again. Never thought they could touch, to reach, to hold, turn into gold. There's something here about you turning something into gold, a shelter to gold, a home to gold. Everything you touch brings light into the room. I also am thinking about this animation short that I saw on YouTube, that this girl had the Mamma Mia song over it, and she said, I might feel blue, but somewhere in the crowd there's you. So she's sad, and then she looks up and she sees this guy cheering her on, and he's literally sun. He's literally the sunshine. He's shining bright amongst the crowd like yellow. And there's something here about yellow. The solar plexus. Allowing that to illuminate. Allowing that to guide you. To make you feel proud. To make you feel seen. Feel heard. Like you can be yourself. This person will allow you to be yourself, will not let you feel ashamed of the darker sides of you, of the sides that are unsure, and they will help heal the past. They will help heal everything that you cannot let go of, and hug you and hold you. I didn't mean for this to turn into a love reading. I didn't know where it was going to go, but there's something here also about you loving yourself. Maybe you are mourning a part of yourself. Yeah, here's this. It says, you are trapped by fear, and when we are trapped by fear, all that our soul can be vanishes as we struggle to belong here. But what can I do? Live as the stars do. This is crazy. Dance no matter who may be watching. Shine no matter the brightness of others. Reach even when you feel like giving up, because to each star, the brightness of its own light is always enough. That is crazy. I just flipped to a random page. Yeah, there's something about fear and the stars. Live as stars do. Dance no matter who may be watching. Shine no matter the brightness of others. Reach even when you feel like giving up, because to each star the brightness of its own light is always enough. I keep wanting to say life. Your life is enough. Your soul is enough. Literally, you growing, you deciding to wake up each and every day is enough. 555. Yeah. The change that you are going through right now is so massive and is so expansive that they're telling you to love yourself, to not be afraid to be you, because maybe there's something implanted in you that is like, doesn't want to be too much. But you are just you. You are, I don't want to say even you are just enough, but you are just you. Like, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You are not too much. You're just you. You're just here. Hi, welcome. I love to have you here. I love you. Your divine counterpart, your spiritual team, everybody, they just love you. They love your tornado side. They love your perfectionism. They love everything about you because those things brought you to who you are today. Yeah. So keep going. What is that child book about a caterpillar? That's also important too. The caterpillar. But to close this reading out, I hear spread love and to know love and to know what love means to you, because love is going to be different for everybody, even to yourself. Years can pass and everything like that, and you could go back to childhood memories, things that you thought were true, and then you find out something else actually happened. Kind of like, there's this book that I read about a guy that went back to his childhood home, and it's kind of like a fantasy horror. Not really that scary, honestly. It was kind of whimsy. It was cool. But he thought that there was a memory of this girl going back to Australia to live with family, or moving to Australia. And actually what happened was a whole thing with this monster, this girl trying to help him, and she was actually healing in the water. So almost like there's something here about allowing yourself to take time to heal. And it'll be time, it'll be time. Your soul is timeless. Don't feel like you have to rush everything just because people tell you you have to rush your healing or get to somewhere at a certain age, because no. People might tell you you have to rush, but that's their life. They're going to learn eventually, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have pushed this person towards something that they don't want to do. But that's not your lesson to figure out for them or to tell them. You're not supposed to teach someone something that they don't know. Sure, you can to the people that want to be taught, but if they don't want to be taught, then that's not your job. You should be able to live through yourself, not others. I heard, live through yourself and not others, because you are living here too. You are here. You have 2 feet. Be who you want to be, not who someone else is making you to be. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that there, my beautiful, beautiful collective. If you have found this, make sure to subscribe and join our Mood family, even if it, I almost wanted to say even if it didn't fully resonate, because this is a collective reading. But whatever you felt is you, then take that. And also I feel like a bow with a present, so maybe you guys will be receiving a present too soon. It is also almost Christmas, so that would make sense. Or if you celebrate Hanukkah, there's something here about a present that you're going to receive soon from someone. I'm seeing like a tiny box. Ooh, some of y'all might be actually getting engaged to someone. Don't tell them I told you, but like I'm genuinely seeing like a tiny box. Maybe earrings or something. Yeah, but it's really sweet and really sentimental. I feel very emotional towards the end of this reading. So whoever's still here watching this, there's something here that you're going to receive soon. It's going to mean the world to you. It's going to make you feel very loved and almost get emotional. Like I feel kind of like I'm getting choked up. That's so weird. Okay, my beautiful family, Cornmoon family. Also make sure to check out the Otter Spirit, again, if you want to get your Christmas presents or if you want to treat yourself, then there you go. You could use my code. Drinks are on me. But besides that, take care of yourself, my beautiful collective, and I will see you guys, my beautiful family, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.